Hey guys, so today we're talking about how you can build an e-commerce brand from 0 to 30 million naira. Okay, the reason why I'm confident enough to record this kind of video is because I've done it before. All right, as you can see here, that's basically one of my Shopify stores. That particular store has done 30 million naira, and he did that a while ago. Basically, I'm just showing you what we've done in the past. The one thing that I want to start this video by saying is any kind of business that we are starting today, especially when it comes to e-commerce businesses, is purely a numbers game. And I honestly want you to believe that it is purely a numbers game. It is not complicated. It is not absurd. It is not difficult to understand. It is just a numbers game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is just a numbers game. And I'm going to explain that to you, right? So I have something that I call the EBS Calculator. Basically, EBS stands for E-commerce Business Success Calculator, okay? This is something I use for my own personal brands. This is something that I use when, people decide to say they want to work with me, some sort of coaching, consulting, mentoring, things like that. So here, I've just put in 10,000 naira, okay? So we have an AOV, average order value of 10,000 naira. That means whatever product I'm selling, it is 10,000 naira. Now, to hit 30 million is very, very easy. Well, I would say it's easy. I would say it's simple, but it's not easy. Yes, let me rephrase. And the reason why I say this is to hit 30 million, you just need to sell that same 10,000 naira product to 3,000 people. Whatever that 10,000 naira product would be is up to you to decide. That's basically what this video is going to talk about. But basically, I've shown you how you can sell that same 10,000 naira product to 3,000 people and then make 30 million naira. In this example, I've spaced it out to a whole 1 year, and I've left traffic to be 12,500 per month. Now, when it comes to traffic, you need to understand that that is the number of times people visit your website. So traffic and accounts reached are a bit different. That way, where if you have 12,000 accounts that have visited your website, that is basically 12,500 different people that have visited your website. With traffic, one person can visit your website 5 times, 10 times before they then convert, which is common, right? Now, with this conversion rate, I've left it at 2%. The reason why I've not pushed it higher is because e-commerce in Nigeria is still very young. It's still early days, and our conversion rates are not at the same standard as we have in, other first world countries, for example. Basically, in first world countries, your conversion rate average is between 3, and then if you are really, really lucky and you have an amazing product, 5%. So I've left it at 2% just to show you how easy it is, guys, or how simple it is. I keep on using the word easy because I've done it so many times. But to just show you how simple it is, where you are able to get, 30 million naira selling a 10,000 naira product. Okay, so this is the EBS calculator. There are a few other things that this calculator has. If you want to get your hands on it, I'll put a link in the description on how you can get it. Now, what are the main key talking points in this video? We're going to look at what I call the PDP framework. We're also talking about the COP framework or COP framework. And then we're going to look at automation success. So now when you go into the PDP framework, it literally just stands for problem, data, and product. Basically, a lot of people, and I'm talking from experience here, where we find the products and then we go and look for the problem that product solves. That's the wrong way to go. If you want to see success, you want to see success fast, you want to see success easily, actually, in this scenario, yes. If you want to see success easily, you want to find a problem that is profitable enough to solve with a product. Now, how you determine whether that problem is profitable enough to solve is through data, all right? And I'm going to give you an example here. So with PDP, the first one being problem, I can say, you know what, I have noticed that there are not a lot of fashion items or clothing items that get towards bigger people. So people that are sized from 3XL or 2XL and above. People like me. Like, for example, now I wear 2XL. This hoodie is 2XL. I usually wear 2XL because, again, I like some sort of loose clothing. That's number one. But at the same time, XL is a bit too tight for me. So I don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of fashion items that fit my style and people that are bigger than me. So that's a problem there. Now, the reason why I can verify that this is an actual problem is I've had conversations with people that are my size or bigger than me that I go to the gym with, and they've also complained about this thing as well. So I've already been able to do some sort of surveys to understand that I'm not the only one that has this problem. So one of the stores that one of my friends runs, he also gets a lot of DMs where people begin to ask, oh, do you have this in 3XL? Do you have this in 4XL? Do not forget us bigger guys. Do not forget us big guys. Oh, does this come in a 4XL? Can I get this in a 5XL? Things like that. So you can see that there's an audience for that. There's a group of people for that, where once you start selling that particular product, you already know who you are going to target. So that's how problem, data, and product come into place. Now, when it comes to problem, you might want to even look inward. You can monetize your knowledge. All right. You can also monetize your knowledge. It's something that you can do very, very quickly or easily, right? With data, internet is your friend. You'll be shocked how much data is on the internet. I love reading. I love doing my research. It's something I naturally enjoy. I love, kind of analyzing data, understanding a problem, and looking for different ways to solve the problem. So when it comes to, and I think everybody that calls themselves an entrepreneur or everybody that calls themselves some sort of visionary needs to have this particular skill set and enjoy doing these kind of things. But that's something that I just enjoy. The COP framework is literally just talking about the content that you post on these platforms. Now, when it comes to content, you only have two types of content: organic or paid content, right? And when you look at organic, some people think that organic content is strong enough to get you, business, to grow your business, which is true to a certain degree. If you want to grow a 30 million naira business and you want to grow it in the space of maybe a year to 3 years, that's fantastic. You can go the organic content route, of which you can get lucky and things pop off and you get viral. But the way social media is growing nowadays, these platforms expect you to pay. One of my senior friends, she says you need to pay to play. Basically, that's how we look at these social media platforms. You must pay to play, right? And that's why I say you want to combine organic, content with paid content. There's certain organic content that you push on your platform and you would notice that, okay, this is doing very well. Those particular content pieces are the ones that you would then put advertising money behind and become paid content. Certain content, maybe you're running a promo, you're running a deal, you're running a discount, things like that. You want to do that from the onset, okay? Now, how do you create this kind of content? I always tell people you want to go international and then go local. The reason why I say you want to go international first is because where we are in the e-com game in Nigeria, people are already ahead of us. So we don't need to think too much or rack our heads on what to do. We can find we can find a similar brand, not a competitor obviously, but we can find a similar brand that is doing what we want to do. And then we can, take inspiration from there. When it comes to creativity, they say you want to steal like an artist. You want to steal, they use the word steal, but I don't like using the word steal. But basically, you want to steal like an artist and, get inspiration from, international brands. So you can look for, depending on the kind of product you sell, you can look for 2 international or 3 international brands that provide the same sort of service or sell the same kind of products and see how they organize their social content and use that to inspire your organic social content, right? And then you want to go local. If you're lucky, there's already a successful brand, within the country that is doing something that you want to do. If not, it's fine. You can become that successful brand, okay? Now, when it comes to paid content, you mostly have 2 platforms. Either you're looking at Meta or you're looking at TikTok. And how you want to do it is what I call cold traffic and then warm retargeting. Cold traffic, warm retargeting. Now, the reason why I say cold traffic is because you're a new business. You're starting from zero. Or let's assume that you're not a new business. You started before, but now you want to take this online game. You want to see this e-com. You want to take this e-com game to the next level. You have seen Damini's videos and you're inspired. Fantastic. Just subscribe as you are inspired. Click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And you now want to take it to the next level. And you're like, okay, fine. I want to start running ads. Okay? Always remember, cold traffic, warm retargeting. Now, when I say cold traffic, a lot of the people that, will be seeing your business for the first time on social is what we call cold traffic. They don't know who you are. So they are a cold audience. They are cold. When they get to know you, they become warm. When they buy from you, they are hot. You get me? That's pretty much the breakdown there. So for cold traffic, you want to build an awareness sort of ad. Awareness and then, in a way, engagement. Awareness and engagement sort of ad. So you could describe that problem that your product solves. Here you want to bring it into play, put it into a piece of content. Most like video or carousel. Do not use a single image for cold traffic ads. Don't do that. You're wasting money. Always use a carousel, or you want to use a video. And you want to tell a story. Always try to tell a story. Remember, the first 3 seconds as well is very important. When you're scrolling on social media, when you see an ad, once you know it's an ad, you always keep on scrolling. But if they're able to catch your attention in the first 3 seconds, you actually stay to watch it till the end. All right? And you don't mind it. So you want to make sure that your cold traffic ad is something that would make people pause before they continue scrolling. Okay? Now, when it comes to warm remarketing or retargeting, the reason why you want to do this is because the first time somebody sees your ad, they will visit your website. They might even go ahead to do the whole add to cart process, but they will not patronize you. It's just how it is. They will not patronize you that first time. They might even, click on your profile, see what kind of posts you've posted, how people have commented, see all those kind of things, but they would not patronize. And it is fine. They are cold traffic. But now that they've met you, now that they've seen you on social media, they are now warm. They are no longer cold. Where warm remarketing and warm retargeting comes in is now when you will make them hot, because you will then set up another ad to retarget those people. Last but not least, you want to look at what I call automation success. Automation success is basically every single thing I've said in this video. The ads that are working well, you would know. You would know. In another video, I'll explain how you would be able to tell these things. But there are things like maybe CPMs, click-through rates, conversion rates. If you start to run conversion rates, you will look at your ROAS. In that e-commerce business success calculator I showed, there's a ROAS calculator in there as well that shows you how to calculate these things. When you see what's working, everything that is not working, kill it. When you begin to post on your organic socials, you will notice that some of your organic content are doing better than the others. The ones that are doing better, you want to continue to improve in that path and make those ones continue to even do better than previous ones. The ones that are doing poorly, kill it. Maybe not delete it, because somebody might come from a paid ad and like those, engage with those kind of content. Don't delete it, but don't make any more of it. Don't waste your energy making things that don't move the needle. So in terms of final thoughts, your first 1 million is probably going to be the hardest one that you crack. And the reason why is you are new. You don't have anything, you're starting afresh. You don't have any data to back up your marketing activities. You don't have any data to back up your product, to even say that, okay, this product can do XYZ. You don't have any of that data. The data you have just highlights the problem. Okay, that's the thing. So that's why the first 1 million is a bit tricky. But once you get that first 1 million out of the way, every other thing should be easy when done right. Every other thing should be easier, let me put it that way, when done right. Okay, so your first million is out of the way. The next thing you want to look at is social proof. So social proof is just basically, customer success stories, people giving you feedback, returning customers, a higher lifetime value. All those kind of things kind of provide you with social proof. And in a way, you know that you're onto something here. And once you're able to get social proof, get that 1 million, the next thing you're looking at is, you started to build a community. Now, when it comes to building a community, this is how you scale from 1 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, is that community and the social proof that you then use to scale to 100 million. This is exactly how you do it. You can't go from 0 to 100. You can't. But by the time you get that first 1 million, you then get social proof that follows through. And then after social proof, you then build your community. You know, when it comes to building community, it can be SMS, maybe a WhatsApp channel, it could be email marketing, it could be things like that, basically. But then you build that community where you are always having constant conversations with them. You're always letting them know, oh, new product is launching soon. You're always letting them know how they can utilize your product better, things like that. From there, sky is the limit. You can easily become a unicorn. You can easily become a unicorn business if you want to, and if you want to put in the work. But that's pretty much it from me, guys. In this video, I hope that you're going to make your first 30 million now. I don't want to get any more DMs telling me, oh, what do I do? How do I get started? This video kind of touches base on most of those things. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll respond ASAP. If you want the EBS calculator, hit me up in the comments. I'll respond to you ASAP. If you want to work with me as well, you know what to do. Hit me up in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Don't leave here without subscribing. All right? Peace.